Namaskar and a very good evening. Heartiest welcome to everyone present here on behalf of Victoria Memorial Hall. We are gathered here today to begin a series of 5 classical music concerts presented to you by VMH and Alliance Française de Bengale. As we begin the first one in the series today, titled Romance on Piano, Kim Barbier's recital, Shadow and Light, I request Sri Samarendra Kumarji, the Secretary and Curator of Victoria Memorial Hall, to please come and welcome our audiences.
Once again, namaskar and very good evening to all of you. I welcome all of you to this Victoria Memorial Hall. My greetings to Monsieur Nicolas Fassino, the Executive Director of Alliance Française de Bengale, to the artist of the day, Miss Kim Barbier, who has come all the way from France, to all the eminent dignitaries and distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen who are present in the audience, the media persons who are present in the audience, and to all the music connoisseurs present here today in this beautiful setting of Victoria Memorial Hall. This is the third year that Victoria Memorial Hall has collaborated with the Consulate General Office of France in Calcutta and also the Alliance Française de Bengale to bring you a series of 5 concerts of Western classical music to be held over next 5 months, on 5 Mondays in fact. Through these concerts, we celebrate the confluence of Western classical music against the backdrop of the icon of Calcutta, the Victoria Memorial Hall. It is also a wonderful setting that Victoria Memorial Hall has been selected as one of the 5 iconic places in India as a cultural space, which include the Calcutta, Mumbai, Delhi, Chennai, and this Calcutta is one of the places for that. So 5 places we are celebrating this cultural space, and this is one of the things starting with this Western classical music here. In fact, I will request the Honorable Consul General and the Alliance Française to also organize maybe a confluence of Western and Indian classic music as a part of this concert, maybe in, this year or maybe next year also. So it will be a good confluence of Western and Indian classical music here. This month we are also celebrating the Apna Bharat Jagta Bengal campaign to commemorate the 2 prolonged years of His Excellency the Dr. C.V. Anand Bose as the Honorable Governor of West Bengal, who is also the Chairman of the Board of Trustees of Victoria Memorial Hall. As you know, that's a vital part of our institution's vision is to stimulate cultural exchange and showcase humanity's intangible heritage to our audiences and communities at large. This concert, which gives a platform to international artists and art forms, is therefore beautifully synchronous with our purpose. We not only promote the international artists, but also Indian artists in this Victoria Memorial Hall to promote this museum setting as one of the big cultural space. We hope that all of you will enjoy this musical journey which we commence today, and we make this 3rd edition a grand success. Thank you once again, and we hope to listen from Kim Barbier. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. I now request Monsieur Nicolas Fassino, the Executive Director of Alliance Française de Bengale, to introduce the event and the artist for the day.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, dear Consul General, dear Samarendra Kumar, Secretary and Curator of Victoria Memorial Hall, and his dedicated team. Dear music lovers, bonsoir, namaskar. It is a great pleasure to welcome you all this evening as we open the 3rd season of the Western Classical Music Concert Series here at the iconic Victoria Memorial Hall. Organized when we launched the 1st season in partnership with the Consulate General of France, it was a kind of bet, but we can say that thanks to our fruitful partnership, it was a winning bet. Unfortunately, our esteemed Consul General of France cannot be here tonight as he is accompanying the French ambassador to India on an official visit. However, he sent his warm regards. Looking back on the past 2 seasons of this concert series, we have witnessed the transformative power of music to gather people from diverse backgrounds. Over 5,000 attendees have come together to experience share, and connect through music. As Romain Rolland, French writer and friend of Rabindranath Tagore, observed, music is the soul of all peoples and their universal language. This season promises to be exceptional, featuring 5 remarkable concerts from November to March, 1 concert per month, each offering a unique exploration of the beauty of Western classical music. As a cultural bridge, these concerts highlight the enduring cooperation between France and India, with Indian and French talented artists performing in the same orchestra, for example. A collaboration recognized and celebrated at the highest levels. We were truly honored when, during the recent visit of the French President Emmanuel Macron in January, the Prime Minister of India acknowledged this ongoing partnership at the Victoria and his official address. You will agree with me, it's better than a medal. This success was also possible thanks to the city of Kolkata and its incredible context. There are indeed places where the seed of culture struggles to grow. Yet Kolkata is a land where it flourished with remarkable vitality, nurtured by a rich and multi-layered tradition. In these turbulent times, when people are often tempted to retreat behind the screens, scrolling, cultural expressions, live performance offer us an invaluable path forward. It reminds us of the importance of education, of openness, and of the shared experiences that united us. This is why we observe in our student mobility program that when a student arrives in a foreign country, they first seek out similarities to be reassured. And there are so many similarities between Bengale and France, gastronomy and so on. Then curiosity takes over, and they start to explore differences, observing, understanding, and respecting them. Culture, throughout its artistic expression, reinforces these connections. Regardless of nationality or background, it touches and brings people together. It is this friendship, it is this dialogue that we promote daily at the Alliance Française. We don't only teach French, we encourage cultural experience and exchanges. That's why the artists who visit and return to Kolkata build connections with Bengali artists. I would like to thank, for example, Kim Barbier, who graciously agreed to conduct a masterclass in 2 schools in Kolkata. She's not the only one. All our French guests are willing to participate in this enriching exchange. As we welcome Kim Barbier this evening, let me introduce briefly the program she will perform under the theme Shadow and Light, including works by Beethoven, Chopin, Liszt, Debussy, and Bizet. Each piece inviting us to contemplate the nuances of human emotion and experience, the contrasts between darkness and radiance, melancholy and hope. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to the Victoria Memorial Hall for their unwavering support in hosting this event and for fostering a space where culture can thrive. Special thanks also to our esteemed partners and sponsors, Starom Realty and the Park Hotel, whose contributions makes this evening possible. May this recital be an invitation to seek beauty and to share in the universal language of music. Merci beaucoup. Enjoy the evening.
Thank you so much, sir. I request the Secretary and Curator of Victoria Memorial Hall to please felicitate the artist for the day, Ms. Kim Barbier. Thank you so much, sir. Before we begin, I request you all once again to take a minute to put your phones on the silent mode so that we enjoy only the music and no other disturbances. A quote suddenly comes to mind looking at this setting. Music is liquid architecture, and architecture is frozen music. With a beautiful backdrop and some beautiful music that we'll have today, let's not wait anymore. Let the music begin.
Good evening. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Alliance Française and Nicolas Fassino for having me tonight. I think the introduction was very nice, very complete already about the title, but I wanted to present you a little bit of the pieces to give you some information maybe. The first piece is Beethoven, Moonlight Sonata. So we have it here with us tonight. I think it represents the best the title, which is Shadow and Light, because you can really find it and very contrasted. The first movement is shadow, the second is light, and the third is again shadow. You will see in the first movement that the atmosphere is very dark and very melancholic, introspective, and it invites the listener to a deep reflection. And it evocates also solitude. And actually, the title of the piece, Moonlight, was not given by Beethoven himself. It was given by a music critic a few years after. And actually, Beethoven had a very intense relationship with one of his students. And rumors said at the time said that this relationship was the inspiration for this sonata. So, the second piece is a barcarolle of Frédéric Chopin. It's unique in his works. He only wrote one barcarolle. Does someone know what a barcarolle is? It is, yeah, it's a song. Yes, it's a boat song from Venice. The boatmen in Venice, the gondoliers, so were often singing by rowing their boats on the canals, through the canals in Venice, and they created a new genre of song, actually, which were known after barcarolle. The rhythm is typical. The typical rhythm, sorry, for a barcarolle is a 6/8 rhythm. So that's a rhythm that you can count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, because it evokes the rocking, the gentle rocking of the boat on the water. So you have all the way. It's like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It alternates singing melodies, very radiant and very bright, and very joyful, and also some more dreamy moments. So there are also lots of contrast, but I would say it's mainly singing. The third piece is from Frank Liszt. It's called originally Liebestraum, and so that means dream of love. And he wrote actually 3 pieces, Dreams of Love, and I'm playing the third one. The 2 first ones are about spiritual love, intensive love, passionate love, and the one I'm playing is more about the enduring, mature love. So it conveys both tenderness and intensity. And the Liszt uses, of course, the romantic piano to to tell about love. Now comes the Grande Polonaise Brillante from Chopin. And as an introduction, there is an andante spianato, so it's a slower piece. And the Polonaise is a dance, folkloric dance from Poland. Yes. Now come the French composers. This piece of Debussy now is one of 6 small pieces for children, which is called Children's Corner. And he wrote it for his daughter, Chouchou was her name. It's a parody. It's a parody of technical exercises from Clementi. This was like, stuff like this. So he was taking a motif out of one exercise, and then, of course, he created a very colorful and lively piece where you can hear the impressionistic style, the French style already, and yeah, it's full of colors. I let you listen. Also, I forgot, the title is from Dr. Gradus at Parnassum. The title of Clementi of those exercises is Gradus at Parnassum. Gradus, it means steps, and Parnassum is like the excellency or the paradise of, like the best of the best. So it means if you play, the more you would play those scales, those exercises, the more you would reach the excellency. And so he's making fun, of course, out of it by calling it Dr. Gradus at Parnassum. And the last piece is Grande Valse de Concert from Georges Bizet. It's very rarely performed, actually. I think it's never performed. It's a piece he wrote when he was a student in the Paris Conservatoire. He was very young. He wrote it in 1857. You have it's virtuosic, and you have melodies which are typical from this Parisian era. And in this nocturne, you can really, with the changing, very frequent changing of minor chords to major chords, you can always hear the shadow and the light. And maybe you will recognize in the middle a polonaise.
The applause says it all, I think. Nothing much to say. Thank you so much for being here. I thank you all on behalf of both the organizations, and we hope to see you again for the next concerts that come our way. Thank you so much. Another round of applause for the artist.